We just jump right into it.
Okay, I think we've started the conference now, and I'd like to welcome everybody to the first CNPS technical session of 2023. Apologies for the short notice, but we weren't quite sure whether we were going to hold the first such meeting this week or next week. But actually, we've been able to schedule a further talk by Harry Ricker on electromagnetic induction. Well, his previous two talks were, the first one was basically on Faraday's paradox relating to unipolar induction. And then he gave a second talk on the more wide topic of electromagnetic induction itself, with a subtopic being unipolar or homopolar induction. We then had a third talk by Bob Gray on applying Weber electrodynamics to the problems of unipolar induction. And then I myself gave a paper on Kelly's extensive experiments and his explanation for the Faraday paradoxes, plural, I suppose. Now, Harry actually was due to give this talk today, which we're hoping to give. And sorry for the delay because there's some technical problems at the moment. But this talk is on a detailed exposition of Faraday's experiments in electromagnetic induction, going back 150, 170 years. Now, unfortunately, on the 10th of December, the session which was planned for this was aborted because of technical problems, bandwidth problems, and so on. And I'm sort of keeping my fingers crossed that the same thing isn't going to happen today. So Harry has very kindly agreed to give the presentation today, and he's actually at the moment getting the system up, or attempting to get the system up. Now, David Hilster, the president of CNPS, will be hosting a regular meeting, the first regular meeting of this year, next week, the 14th of January. And he just asked me actually to acknowledge with gratitude the contributions of people who have responded to the funding request for contributions. This has been very successful. I think actually so far about a third of the target value has been raised. And I'm also asked to tell you that it's not just an ancillary thing. It's actually quite central to the continued existence of this organization. I'm told that perhaps without these funds, the future of this organization would be in jeopardy. But next week, David will be giving you more details about that. He'll be going to details about how, funding and so on. So now Harry is not here yet, but just a few housekeeping things. Some of you are in through Facebook and stream and rather YouTube, and others. There are four of you, including myself, in through the green room. So we could take another few people if needs be. In the green room, you have the opportunity of making a contribution during the Q&A session at the end. So in the ordinary Facebook or YouTube access, put some comments in there and we'll try to deal with them. I know a lot of them are conversational. We won't come back to them at all because they're just between people. So if you have a very specific question or point that you'd like addressed in the discussion, just keep it very terse and just mention the point so that Franklin or I will see it and we'll be able to deal with it later. Similarly, if you're in the green room, well, I think you're all seasoned participants, just wave your hand like that and I'll bring you up and we can have a discussion. Now, as you know, the format of these technical sessions is rather more formal. So we normally give up to an hour and a half for the presenter to talk uninterrupted. Although I do stress that if you're really worried about something that the presenter has said, you couldn't understand the word he said, or you thought it was ridiculous, or you could just repeat something, if you just chip in there, the presenter won't mind just repeating himself. But normally, keep your comments or questions until the end. We're hoping to have a half hour at the end to indulge in conversation and exposition, because it's quite a fraught subject, as you know. And, Harry has given all the problems, warts and all, that exist in addressing this whole question of unipolar induction using the conventional scientific method. Now, is there anything else that I should say before before starting up? Franklin is actually on the phone to Harry because Harry is having difficulties accessing StreamYard. Well, obviously I've accessed it, Dennis has accessed it, James has accessed it, and Franklin has accessed it. So there's no major problem with StreamYard at the moment. Excuse me. And this, unfortunately, is part of the recording. There's nothing we can do about that because once we start the meeting at 3 o'clock, we don't have a sort of a simple editorial feature. The recording just goes on to StreamYard. We can do some fancy editing in translating it back to YouTube if necessary. If Now, Harry has come up here. He says the devices are not connected. So, Harry, you'll need to connect your mic and cam. Of course, he can't hear me. So my statement is no use, I suppose. Yeah, okay, he's coming up now. So Harry is being added to the stream. No, we've brought you up, Harry. Okay, we've brought you up. So can you hear us, Harry? No. That's very strange. Are you still speaking to him, Franklin?
No. I mean, I was. We seem to be connected for a moment there.
But he's on the phone. Look at his picture there.
Oh yeah. Well, his phone is that picture is frozen.
Oh.
So we had momentary connectivity, and now we seem to have lost him again.
Oh.
Technical difficulties. There, he's starting moving a little bit now.
Oh. So can you hear us, Harry? No, it's frozen, I think.
Yeah, Harry, you may want to turn off your camera like we did the last time so that we get more bandwidth for your voice.
I don't think he can hear us. He's not responding.
His computer is also extremely slow. If you've ever been on a Windows computer, it likes to update and completely take over your computer, so such that you really can't do anything.
Well, why is it gone now?
Well, he may have figured out that it's not working, so.
Unless he's decided to log off and then maybe start again.
Yeah, maybe. But I manually gave him the URL to get in, so at least that worked. Yeah, but good. I think the problem is that his computer is like busy doing something else. And I would always have that problem with my Windows computer. When I brought it up, I mean, literally wouldn't be able to do anything with it for like 5 to 10 minutes because it was updating. Or that my hard disk was bad. I mean, I fixed that by actually installing a solid state disk. Right. And after I did that, then my computer either decided to update quicker, or maybe my hard disk was bad and it was just taking forever for it to do anything, I guess. But
so, I don't know what equipment Harry has.
Yeah, he has one of these Windows machines just like I do, but that tends to be the problem. But based on our current troubles, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get Harry on this week either.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that I think the last time we sort of wasted half an hour. Now, if after another 10 minutes or so we haven't got him, I think we might have to abort it because it would be too rushed and we wouldn't have time at the end to engage in conversation, which is an integral part of the discussion. Now, he seems to be coming back without. Shall we? Maybe give it maximum 10 more minutes to try it, get it working.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he's in, but he doesn't have devices connected. No, he's off again. It's quite infuriating, this.
I mean, I suppose one thing we could do is to what were we using before? Skype or not Skype?
Zoom.
Zoom. Yeah.
Move to that.
We could just move to a Zoom thing and see whether that works better for, I don't know, Harry.
Yeah, I see a comment from Bob and Anne, which is quite understandable. He's going to wait 10 minutes, or they're going to wait 10 minutes, and after that, if we haven't started, he's leaving. That's understandable. No problem there. We have Jean-Pierre Gallinat, who's in France. So, comments.
Let's see.
James wants to say something.
Yeah.
Wondering, I entered through the live.naturalphilosophy.org URL, and maybe that's what Harry needs to do. And secondly, I was wondering how he so effectively was connected in his first two presentations some weeks ago.
Well, even the first presentation, we had to have him turn off his camera. But the second one, it was like, yeah, we couldn't actually get him. And
well, often, but the voice was disintegrating and coming in and coming off. It was a terrible connection. Now we just have nothing at all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, with the camera, with the live naturalphilosophy.org connection, I'm asked by my browser, should I allow it to use camera and mic? And of course, you say yes, allow, and so forth. Is that what happens with you all too? That you're asked specifically to allow that to happen?
Yes, that's
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, somebody here, Michael Sherrier, asks, in what region does Harry reside? I think he's in Virginia or somewhere like that. North Virginia, is he? It's not maybe a major point. I think the weather has been bad there. We're going to start losing people if we haven't solved this within the next. Yeah, we're getting a number of people coming in, actually, funnily enough. Bill Howell, I'm online. I'm sorry about this, because this is the second attempt. I don't know if it's going to have to be the third time lucky. We're going to have to try once more.
If Harry is continuing to have such problems, a possible solution, he may have a friend or neighbor in his region there, in his neighborhood in Virginia, that's got a better connection, say a fiber optic connection or something that allows him better access.
Yeah, that's true.
And he could just take his presentation on a thumb drive to a different location.
Yes. It may be that if it's a close neighbor, the system won't be very different, the connection, but he may have superior equipment, which may also be a factor. We may have to discuss this with Harry offline. I mean, if it's impossible, we may have to organize a separate Zoom meeting for this presentation. it's disappointing because Harry was quite emphatic on preferring today to next week, which had originally been mooted. So he's not even got a mic connected, according to this.
Yeah, he's trying again.
Yeah.
Well, I hope this gets resolved either today or in the future, because Harry did give some pretty good presentations.
Yeah, and this would be a sequel to them. And there were no major problems in the other presentations, actually. Martin, I can wait. No problems. No problem. Are there offline resources related to Harry's presentation? Probably not, really. There is some historical information which he has on our website, but he's going to give a very specialized indication of Faraday's experiment. Do you see, I, for my sins, gave a presentation on Kelly's repeat of Faraday's experiments, plus some additional.
Here comes Harry.
Harry, you there? Can you hear us, Harry? Can you speak?
Now, his picture's frozen again.
Is it frozen? That's bad. Bad. I think we're running into difficulty.
Maybe we need to bring in some of those sniffing dogs that can sniff out where a person is trapped under the rubble.
Right. Might be one solution.
To find Harry.
Yeah, I know. Or as we frequently say, sometimes the sort of authorities may be quite successful in their censorship of our endeavors.
Yeah, it's the man.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Hello.
Okay, fine.
But
We
no
hear
pic-
you, and your picture's frozen. We can live with that, I think. So we'll have to start now, Harry, because people are going to leave after half an hour. And we're just maybe making it if you can start. I've introduced you. I've told everybody about the previous two presentations you made and the aborted attempt to make this presentation on the 10th of December. I've also told them about Bob Gray's endeavor in regard to Weber electronics on my own humble exposition on Kelly's paper. So what we need to do is see, can you get your slides up, Harry? Can you hear us still? That's odd. He's gone. We had him there. He's gone. The best laid schemes of mice.
Recording in progress.
Maybe they just started the recording.
I was a bit surprised about that, James. Yes. Don't know why.
Well, the recording for the StreamYard happens automatically with the start of the broadcast, although I'm playing around with my Zoom account here to see whether I can get that to work. Though I'm trying to see whether I can set that up as a kind of a backup.
We'd have to make some immediate announcements and so on to get everybody switched to that. It might be a bit difficult, but anyway. Harry's trying again.
Yeah, Harry's trying again.
See, it looks like if this doesn't work today, we're looking at the 21st of January, and we may have to set up a Zoom system or something, because I think it would be really trying everybody's patience to try this a third time.
Well, there is interest there because there is only a one-day anticipation. I just got the notice of this meeting yesterday, and we have a bunch of people waiting, and so there is interest.
I know. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I mean, I only got notice myself around noon here that it was going ahead, because I logged off last night and it didn't look as if we were doing it. But well, on other news, McCarthy finally won during the crash and burn of our corrupt republic. Well, that's only slightly
what Franklin was talking about. What Franklin was talking about is a real-time switch over to Zoom. If the link to do so was put in the chat, people could then quickly just click on that link and go right on over.
Okay, that seems optimal. But I have one little question. If Harry is having problems with this, surely he would have problems with any other means, such as Zoom.
Well, it might take a little bit less bandwidth. I don't know. That would be the experiment to see whether Harry could get on. I'm trying to find what the short link is to this.
Well, it might be worth trying, considering we're getting nowhere now. And I mean, I've promised people that after half an hour, you know, we might have to reconsider it, and they could leave if they wish.
It's like I have the big long address.
Is there a link?
Yes. Meeting. Richard, I have that link, but it's enormous. I do have the meeting ID, which people could possibly try.
But I mean, one would have to set up a Zoom call, which wouldn't be too difficult. But just
I've got the Zoom call already running. It's just a matter of.
We're delighted if anybody hangs in there, such as S. Mortensen. You know, if you can do it, please do. But apologies for this messing around. It's unconscionable, actually.
Let's see.
It's an act of God, I suppose. Excuse, nothing we can do about it.
If someone else can log into this Zoom meeting here.
Dennis suggests everyone turn off his camera except myself. What do you think that would be worth it, Franklin?
Yeah, it's worth a shot, I guess. Everyone stop their camera.
Harry,
any little bit more bandwidth.
Yeah. Okay, he's come back again.
Okay, so turn off your camera as well, Ian.
Okay.
And we're gonna see whether we just put up just Harry. No, we weren't able to hear just Harry.
And he's gone. He's gone again.
He's gone again. He's gone again.
Franklin, did you send a link for Zoom? He's asking. I mean, that's the only out I think we have today. Is that posted in the chat there?
Well, see, that the problem is there's the link there, and it's enormous.
Well, should we go to that? Should we abort this and go to that?
Well, someone can try and go to that and see whether you can get in.
Well, could S. Mortensen maybe try it and just send us a note in the chat as to whether he was successful?
Yeah, someone. I mean, the conference is currently running simultaneously.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a bit reluctant to stop this, but we may have to do that. If I go into that Zoom thing,
yeah, see whether you can go into that. You can do that. I mean,
it won't abort what I'm doing here, is it?
No, I'm running Stream and Zoom at the same time right now. I'm actually going to move it to a different computer to see whether.
Unfortunately, I've only one computer here, unless I got a phone or something out. Funny enough, it's not allowing me to click on that link.
Yeah, I don't think you can. That's the problem. That I can put the link, but.
So what do I have to do? Write it down and.
Yeah, you kind of have to write it down, unfortunately. I'm trying to see whether I could find a shorter.
If you could post that in the comment. Well, no, you've done that. You've done that.
Well, I could put it in the
Facebook thing.
Chat. If I put that in the private
chat, yeah,
you might be able to get it.
Indeed. Okay, I can do that. So I'll click on that, shall I? Zoom, open Zoom meeting.
I think that long that long URL has the password in it, and
okay. Well, I'm getting somewhere here. I can go into this. Okay. I hope it recognizes me. It says if you're the host, log in.
Let's see. It's not. It's
it wants my credentials.
Oh well, then I probably have to log in again or something.
You have to, because you're the host.
That's why I wanted you to check to see whether it was going to work or not.
It was, I've no password for this, so.
Just a second. Let's see if I can do that. I think I have to sign into Zoom. Yeah, this thing is just not really cooperating.
ID meeting or personal link name. Meeting passcode. It's asking me for a passcode.
Let's see here. See if I can figure out either what the passcode is. Okay, I've got at least the meeting started, so.
Yeah. I tried to join a meeting. I wasn't sure if I was joining the right one. The first one on the list.
Let's see here. Why isn't that launching?
Or highlight it and copy paste into new browser. Yeah, no, I got it in the private chat, which you should have as well, James. But
let's see here. Well, Harry is trying again.
Yeah. I really think we're trying the patience of everybody. And Zoom says the host has another meeting in progress. And I had problems as well. It said, please wait for the host to start this meeting. Yeah. I think we're going to have to do this offline and organize it for another day. Maybe I should wait or leave and join the second Zoom meeting. Yeah. See, we're doing everything just...
Well, let's see here. Well, it looks like people have joined onto the alternate...
recording in progress.
Have joined onto the alternate Zoom meeting. We've got Harry and Bob there.
Oh, is that so? Well, I can try again then, if you wish.
I'm here.
Yeah, we got...
Where are you on the Zoom meeting?
We're on the Zoom meeting.
Oh, well, then I'll try to join again.
Yeah, I'm in the Zoom meeting.
I mean, if people are really
No, that's James, is it?
and can type in that entire URL by eyeballing it, I think it works.
You've got 8 people in the meeting. Way to go, Franklin.
Well, the thing
Okay,
is,
go Franklin. I've joined now. But we have 2 meetings running, and we're getting echoes. So,
well, let's see if we can get Harry on. Is the deal, right? I'm gonna, send Harry the actual address. Harry on is the deal.
yeah.
Address. Harry on is the deal.
Sound check 1, 2, 3. Sound check 1, 2, 3.
You'll have to unmute one of the mics for one of the meetings, otherwise you get an echo.
Otherwise, you get an echo.
Well, you're getting an echo, actually.
Otherwise, you get an echo. You get
Well, I sent the message to Harry. For now, I'm going to I don't know, mute people on the Zoom meeting. Harry's trying to get back in again.
Yeah. I think if Harry, can you hear me? Yes. I don't know if anybody's there, but it says I'm muted, but I don't think I am. I think we're going to have to give up. It's really very tiring, this. And apologize to all attenders today, and invite them to look at their mails and come into the provisional meeting, which is scheduled for next week, which will be a regular meeting hosted by David de Hilster. Franklin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
But it looks like I'm not sure we can get Harry to try the new Zoom meeting here.
I think it's very difficult to do it online when we're actually in the middle of another meeting. I think we need to sit down, set up a Zoom meeting, and give Harry the.
I'll leave the StreamYard meeting. I found that the camera becomes freed up and available for the Zoom.
See, we're getting an echo, James, because you're in twice. You're in 2 meetings.
Move over to the Zoom meeting. I sent you a link. Can you try and move over there? Yeah, let's try that. The StreamYard definitely isn't working for us. So let's see whether Zoom works better, which might be some reason for us to, try and use Zoom.
Okay, I can hear you too. I see your message, Harvey. Hello.
Okay, so let's see whether Harry can get onto that Zoom meeting.
Can you hear me now, James? This is Harvey.
Yes, sir. Hey, great
okay.
to hear you.
Okay, so
great to know there's life out there somewhere on Earth in this vast wasteland.
Okay,
Reference Fallout 1 through 4. The video games.